I can't stand watching Drew and Willow together. Their scenes are painfully awkward. Honestly, I have to fast forward through them. And Drew, with his whole bow down and worship Willow act, it's enough to make anyone gag. This whole Joss storyline is a disaster. I thought she was supposed to be smart, but apparently I was wrong. Why is Drew acting like his congressman title means he can just waltz in and dictate who gets to keep the kids? Honestly, throw a wrench in their whole toxic relationship and let it hit Drew square in the head already. Just wrap it up. Oh, and thank goodness Lucas is done with Brad. I think we can all agree on that one. And don't even get me started on Brennan. I'm so over him. But the Jason or Carly scenes today, now that's something to talk about. Intense, real, and Jason was spot on about Brennan. Carly, of course, won't listen and will probably have to learn the hard way. Steve Burton and Laura Wright were absolutely fantastic today, though. So GH is keeping Drew, but saying goodbye to Valentine. Really? Getting rid of fan favorites is never a good move. And where on earth is Scotty? At this rate, it's going to be just a bunch of new characters and no one from the classic days of the show. And can someone explain to me why Brennan, yes, the guy who literally tried to kill Valentine, was the one to take him away? Why is the WSB involved? Shouldn't this be an FBI thing? Makes no sense. I have hope for Valentine, though. He's too good an actor to stay locked up forever. He'll make some deal and be back on our screens. I just hope it's soon. Seriously though, am I the only one who thinks this WSB storyline with Joss is dragging and wasting Eden's talent? It's painful to watch. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. Joss really looks ridiculous trying to square off with that guy. Honestly, she's cold-hearted, but maybe that's exactly why Brennan thought she'd make a great agent. Oh, and let's not forget, she's a master at lying. But seriously, I'm so over this storyline. Can we stop introducing new characters and actually focus on developing the ones we already have? Like, who cares about Blaze coming back? Maybe the younger writers should dig into the archives and learn what made this ABC soap survive for decades. Fans who've stuck around through it all are getting bored with the current real-life drama. This is supposed to be fantasy, people. Keep it that way. They're just using Joss. This can't possibly be part of WSB training. Brennan is basically brainwashing her. She should have just said she wanted out. Call Anna, call Jason. Just walk away from Joss. And then Brennan has the audacity to say if she leaves, she'll just hop from job to job. Yeah, sure, because that makes sense. Joss was a college student majoring in environmental science and considering med school. Leave Joss out of this mess. Now Joss is getting even deeper into Brennan's scheme. It's all part of Brianna's manipulation. Brennan clearly loves tormenting Joss, throwing in little jabs about his fling with Carly just to watch her squirm. He even goes so far as to show Joss a live feed of Carly in her hospital room. When Joss asks if he cares about her mom, or if he's just using her, Brennan's reply, "Doesn't matter. What a snake." Honestly, I think Brennan might be worse than Valentine, maybe even more dangerous. Joss is way too smart for this nonsense. Seriously, she'd never abandon her mom in the hospital. Jason is definitely going to take care of Jack when he finds out what he's been doing to her. Drew, you're really something, aren't you? Saying you're jealous, and if you can't have me, you don't want anyone else to like. That's the most genius insight ever. Newsflash, buddy, you're delusional. Used to think Willow had some sense, but now she's just as out of touch as Drew. Maybe they should both just disappear already. And Jack. Seriously, he's no good for Carly or Joss. Joss might think joining the WSB is her ticket out of prison after killing Cyrus in self-defense. But honestly, she should be getting a medal for that. The guy was a serial killer. Oh, And let's talk Nina. She's so ready to form a SWAT team to take down Drew. She's joined by Carly, Portia, and of course, the legendary warrior queen herself, Tracy Quartermaine. Drew's downfall is going to be so satisfying. Watching Willow's face when she loses her kids, priceless. At least Lulu was cool today. She actually said hi to Alexis, and Alexis wasn't a complete ice queen in return. And let's not forget, she let Charlotte say goodbye to Valentine, which was surprisingly civil if you ignore the fact that Charlotte looks like she might snap her neck trying to stand straight. Great episode today, though, especially with Jason and Carly. Lulu talking to Alexis was a nice moment too, but Brennan, yeah, he's totally shady. And Charlotte saying goodbye to Papa Valentine. Adorable, if a little awkward. Also, Drew's still a creep, obviously. Now, Carly, seriously, why is she mad at Jason for trying to protect her? This is the woman who literally depends on him to fix every mess she makes. Come on, Carly. Maybe it's time to let Jason step back and let you figure things out for once. I'm so over Willow and Drew. Willow is just a walking disaster right now, so gullible and dumb, it's almost painful to watch. Nina seriously needs to tell her the truth about Drew and stop pretending like she doesn't know what's going on. This whole storyline needs to end before I can't take it anymore. Can't wait until Carly finds out the truth about Jack, especially when she realizes how he manipulated her daughter into joining the WSB. Carly is going to be furious, and rightfully so. Jack is about to face some serious consequences for that one. Brennan, oh, he's all about taking down Sonny. He'll use anyone close to him, even if it means pretending to be Mr. Nice Guy with Carly. Just wait until Carly finds out that Joss is working for the WSB. That's going to blow up in her face. She'll be wishing she listened to Jason after all, but of course, it'll be too late. Honestly, Jason should stop swooping in to save Carly every time. Let her face the consequences of her decisions for once. He needs to be home, being a dad to Danny, not always cleaning up Carly's messes. Alexis, bravo. Valentine taking credit for putting Ava into the middle-class lifestyle she's been trying to escape. Genius move. I mean, really, what's better than dumping money into Ava's ever-growing collection of animal prints? And shout out to Alexis for standing her ground and not letting Valentine manipulate the books to keep Charlotte in the lifestyle she's so used to please, as if that was ever going to fly. Valentine may have found closure before leaving, but Anna, not so much. Still in denial, thinking Valentine was some version of himself that never existed. She was in love with the idea of who she wanted him to be, not the man he actually was. Valentine always had a thing for control and power, and let's be real, that never went away. In the end, though, the Valentine saga is over. He got his goodbye, his closure, and Anna's left to mourn the fantasy she held onto for far too long. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves is out here playing detective, uncovering some big secret about Drew Kane. Of course, Willow Corinthos is going to refuse to believe it, because, well, that's just how it goes with those two. But here's the kicker. It's going to come down to either Nina spilling the beans, or someone taking Drew out entirely. Let's be real, Nina needs to just tell Willow the whole truth already. Enough with the suspense. And can we talk about Joss? She gets tapped to be a WSB agent and decides to stay in Port Charles instead of going to her mom. As if. It's almost like they had no idea what to do with her but couldn't just get rid of another one of Carly's kids. What a mess of a storyline, and of course, her handler is just annoying enough to make us all know where this is going. Yep, she'll totally end up sleeping with him, and then get mad when he betrays her. Classic. Oh, and Drew. The guy's the biggest knob in Port Charles. Seriously, does he think he has more influence than the Quartermaines? Sure, he's technically one, but let's not kid ourselves. He's still an idiot. Where to begin? Let's talk about why Joss becoming the next WSB agent is the best thing for the show. because it's definitely a game changer. First off, it finally gives Joss a real, meaty storyline, something with actual action and excitement. It's the first major plot for someone under 30 in ages, unless you count Willow's super realistic journey to becoming the next great nurse after, 2 months on the job. But here's the kicker, Joss is actually earning this role. Which honestly is a breath of fresh air compared to the usual plotlines on this show. You know, like Neen's becoming a publisher and managing a hotel or corporate complex with zero experience or training, or Molly somehow being a legal genius while still in law school. Let's not even start on Willow being crowned the greatest nurse in GH history after her 2-month crash course. Oh, and Carly. Yeah, we all know how that goes. Honestly, I thought they were going to make Dex the action hero, busting crime lords, chasing spies, but nope. They flipped the script, and Joss is now the one stepping up. It's better drama anyway. Plus, it shifts the show away from the same tired mob or sunny drama and opens the door for some fresh spy and WSB adventures. Picture this. Joss infiltrates the enemy by seducing someone, or even better, becomes besties with a woman just to take down her family. Cue internal conflict as she grapples with what's real and what's fake in her life. That's the kind of tension this show could use. Now, here's the thing. It's an interesting turn, but I kind of wish it felt earned. I mean, a more natural progression would have been seeing Joss actually succeed in something. Maybe she cracks a case, catches Brennan's eye, and boom, WSB agent. Instead, it came out of nowhere, right after she royally botched a whole Cyrus mess. If they had built this up more, I think viewers would have been all in on it. What's Brennan's end game, you ask? Well, it's pretty clear he's after Jason joining the WSB. Remember, he approached both Jason and Lucky, but suddenly, out of nowhere, he sees potential in Joss. Really? The guy's either got a weird obsession with Carly, or his true love is the WSB. After all, if he's as manipulative and diabolical as Valentine and Anna claim, that's what he's really after. Let's not kid ourselves. Jason would move heaven and earth for Carly and Joss. But Carly, oh, she's going to lose it when she finds out what Brennan's really been up to with Joss. I can already picture it. Jason might offer himself up in exchange for Joss. But honestly, I think she's enjoying the WSB stuff a little too much to trade places with him. That said, I really don't want Jason to go anywhere. They're clearly setting Sidwell up to be the next villain, so here's hoping that keeps both Jason and Joss in town. Plus, Joss is probably just there for her youthful charm, so it seems like some college drama, or more likely, a new drug Sidwell's going to try to push will keep her involved. Now, about Brennan. Sure, some people like him, but I'm not one of them. The guy's a walking contradiction. He claims Carly is the love of his life, but let's be real, he has zero regard for her kids. He let Cyrus nearly kill Michael just to see how Joss would handle the pressure. That's love. He's been lying to everyone about what he's really doing with Joss. If he actually loved Carly, he wouldn't be putting her, or Donna for that matter, in harm's way. But I guess when you're past a certain age, the whole "but he loves her" narrative just doesn't cut it anymore. He's selfish, manipulative, and honestly just downright scummy. Christina definitely has every right to hate Ava Jerome, even if the fall that cost Christina her baby was a complete accident. Let's not forget the avalanche of reasons she might hold a grudge. First, Ava's little anonymous tip to the Bar Association is exactly why Christina's mother, Alexis, lost her law license in the first place. Oh, and let's not overlook Ava's role in the whole mess that led to Christina's brother Morgan's death. Sure, Ava didn't personally plant the bomb, but her sister, Olivia, did. And while that might seem like a technicality, it was Ava's actions, the whole switching out Morgan's bipolar meds with placebos thing, that sent him spiraling. It's why Morgan lost Kiki, started drinking, and mixing his meds. Nice, right? Then there's Sonny, who, after all that family drama, marries the woman, Nina, who stole his baby and Christina's little sister. But hey, that's totally fine, right? Everyone's cool with that. Personally, I'd never forgive Nina for knowing my dad was alive and well and keeping it a secret from the family. I'd hold on to that grudge forever. Look, Christina can totally hate Ava. She's earned it. But my God, can she maybe stop being so whiny and dramatic about it? If she hates Ava, fine, stay away. It's simple. Why does she keep confronting her? It's like, Sam, big fan here, but even I got tired of her always going after Franco when he was just minding his own business, working and living his life. It went on forever. Yeah, you can hate someone. Tell your friends, vent a little. But at some point, just walk away. When your hate for someone turns into emotional chaos, and you're lashing out every time you see them in public, potentially dragging your own sister into the drama, maybe it's time to step back. But of course, Sonny and Alexis are too blinded by their own issues to notice. There's a huge difference between hating someone and straight up harassing them to the point where they need a restraining order. I know. Lulu isn't exactly the fan favorite around here these days. Shocking, right? But given that she's a legacy character and all, I figured a little appreciation was in order. Anyone remember Soap Zone? Ah, those were the good old days, before the internet exploded with hot takes and drama. Anyway, I distinctly recall some pretty popular appreciation posts over there, so I thought, why not try one here? After all, with all the recent hate, why not throw a little positivity into the mix? So, just to be clear, this thread is for appreciation of Lulu and the Spencers. Lulu haters, please keep it moving. We already know why you dislike her, honestly. There are whole other threads dedicated to that, and I'm not here for it. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into it. Honestly, I've really enjoyed most of Lulu's scenes lately, especially the ones with her mom. I mean, their dynamic is chef's kiss from the Valentine discussions. JPS is absolutely chef's kiss with the Spencers, to their over-the-top giddiness about Elle and L2 spending the night together. So real, right? Lol, I can't get enough of them. Jeannie Francis and Alexa Havens have such a natural chemistry, it's hard to believe they only met last year. Seriously, they feel like they've been working together for decades. According to SOD, when Alexa first met Jeannie, she was completely in awe. And can you blame her? Jeannie's warmth and smile are infectious. No wonder fans fell in love with her back in the day. Alexa said she watched some of the classic Luke and Laura scenes to prep for playing their daughter and was struck by how innocent and perfect Jeannie's portrayal was. So I can't help but wonder, did Alexa get hooked on Elle and Elle too? I mean, who wouldn't? It's a little bittersweet, though, because it seems like Lulu might be moving out soon. Honestly, I thought Lucky would be the first to leave, especially with him and Liz getting closer. But hey, guess we'll get a new chapter in the Spencer household drama. But let's not kid ourselves. Lulu moving out doesn't mean we won't still get those mother-daughter moments. I mean, remember that scene in Laura's office when they discussed Sidwell and how Lucky might be more like Luke? That was gold. If we could get more scenes like that, I'd be happy. In the meantime, I'll just keep enjoying whatever scenes we get with Laura and Lulu. And hey, if Lucky could sneak in there too, that would be fantastic. Honestly, nothing beats the Spencers, or at least the new Triple L, being together. So, what's your favorite Lulu moment so far? I mean, her reunions alone have to top the list, right? By the way, I stumbled on this awesome video on YouTube the other day, and it's everything. Look, I get that Lulu doesn't always make the best decisions, but that's what makes her a soap character, right? She's always been one of my faves, flaws and all. I love Lulu, and Alexa Havens has truly made the role her own. Seriously, she's a pro. Her scenes with Laura, Dante, BLQ, etc. are top-notch. My only gripe: The writers really need to balance out her snark and anger with some actual depth. Let Seaver express the sadness and frustration of losing 4 years, instead of defaulting to snark every time. It's not all about the sass, folks. And while we're at it, can we please get her a fun summer romance with Cody? Because, seriously, she deserves it. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.